Alright, hello? Is it working now? Can you see me? Alright, that was weird. That was really weird. I don't exactly know what just happened, but... What's up, chat? I do not exactly know what just happened. But what is up, chat? We are here now. Let me go turn on the Twitch as well. Alright, what up? Today, we're playing some Bills Must Be Paid. You might have seen this game around. It's basically a game where you just destroy a bunch of pigs. Over and over again. First time watching you live? Hope you enjoy. Hey, Speedy Gonzalez, if only. I'm gonna, when are you gonna speedrun this brand new game? It's called Life. Oh gosh. I couldn't do that. I thought that wasn't the name of the game and you just wanted money. Chat, today we're gonna see how many donations I can get. How many ads I can put on one live stream. Now that's the type of speedrun we need to see. Alright, making sure all of these be working. Probably should have done that beforehand, but you know, it is what it is. The problem with scheduling live streams is you gotta be ready once the live stream then starts. I'm not ready like that. Like you can't wait. You can't chill for a sec and be like, I'll start when I am gonna start. It's my first time catching a stream. I'm excited. It'll be a fun one. Yeah, I am considering for this video. See, every once in a while, I get on the train of like, hey, maybe for videos, just start doing face cams, which I think are great for streams. I don't... they're más o menos for videos, but it's like, do I want to keep on the face cam for the streams? I don't know. What up, Bubby? What time are you aiming for? I don't know. Just, well, no stream name. Did I not put a stream name on Twitch? No, I put a stream name. How do you get good at all these games? A lot of playing. For this, I had to route it myself because no one else has done it. I have, which isn't that much, but for this type of game, it's a lot. I have 10 hours in this game just routing out the game. Trying to figure out what exactly is the best one. Do you reach YouTube chat often? Sometimes. Glad to see you live. Thank you. Face cam is best cam. Start, please. I will in a second. I like saying hi first. Yeah, it was crazy, chat. I got, yeah, what's up, audibly? I got, and what's up, Misaki, Daniel, Sable, Chips. I need to say hi to people. Natsu. What game have you spent the most time on optimally to speedrun it? Cuphead. What's up, Wolfie? Just joined? What up? But what was I about to say? Yeah, for Schedule 1, I have like 46 hours in that game now, which isn't the most amount that anyone else, obviously. But I got a comment that was like, because I used the pan to try to take out the one guy you got to murder. Blech. I used the pan, and the person, and someone in chat was like, or someone in the comments, which do not go leave hate towards them or anything like that, but they were like, oh, you know, if you played the game instead of just watching the speedrun, you would have known that the pan doesn't kill. It's like, no, I just kind of forgot. I just forgot to do that. That was the thing. Play the game? I will in a second. I will. See, that's the thing about YouTube chat versus, which I get it, because YouTube, you're kind of like, you want the, you're more there for, doing stuff, while Twitch you're more there for the vibes. Speedrun Pokemon Legends ZA? Maybe. Minecraft speedrun run? Maybe I do the Kai and Speed challenge. Since there's no route yet, will you have world record by default? Yeah, it will be one of those videos. Where everyone's like, you're just doing this to get your world record. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. All right, chat, we'll start. Oh, I'm going to be YouTube commentating a fair amount of this. And then there's a lot of downtime where I won't have to be YouTube commentating. And in that time, we will just be, I'll be talking to chat. So chat, you will get your time. Today we're speedrunning bills. Today we're speedrunning bills. Bleh. Today we're speedrunning bills must be paid. Is it when you press new game? Okay. Our speedrun starts when we click a new game. One sec, chat. Our speedrun starts when we click a new game, and right away, we have to start taking out these piggies, because of course they have money and bills must be paid. But we start out with a pretty weak hammer, and not much we're able to do. So we're just kind of hitting these piggies with the hammer one by one, getting small damage in. And on this first day, you can only take out 2 of those pigs. But that's enough for us to get an upgrade, and that's going to raise our damage to 2. And one thing important that you will see me doing is going for 2 piggies at the same time, or just multiple of them. If they're close enough, then you're able to hit multiple at the same time, which will ultimately lead to just getting more money. But with that one, we were actually able to get 4 because of our combos. This time, I'm going to get some caffeine. That way, we're a little bit faster. And yeah, just same old, but it's one of those games where you get faster and faster, you get better upgrades, and that's our main purpose. So for these pigs, let's see if we can go for a 5th. And I'll hit that guy pretty good. Can't get that last one, but that's some more money. I'm going to get some extra loot sources because that just makes us more money. And I see I can stop hitting the one pig that's by himself. That way I can try to aim for the people that are together. Just to try to go a tiny bit faster. But with these guys, we're pretty good with this. Got one of them. That's $30 this time, but we see that bills must be paid, so we got to pay $20. And then I'm also gonna do crits when your stamina is low. After you pay each bill, you get a little bit extra, something like that. And we also got another upgrade which lowers our stamina, and we also got another upgrade which makes us have more stamina. So doing pretty well so far. You see we now have 120 stamina instead of just 100. But just in general, we only want to be, and we want to keep taking out these pigs. For this one, you can also see we're starting to get close to earning a new pig who's going to make us even more money. But that is going to happen when it can. Can I get all 3 hits on those guys at the same time? Sadly, new pigs won't start spawning until you break all of them. So you can't get as many combos. But later in the game, once we have better upgrades, we'll have a ton of pigs on the table at all times. Just because you get stuff that enables you to do that. You can see now we got this new pig. That's the tourist. I don't really care about him. I'm going to get some luck. I'll get some speed. And we'll go back in. And now these guys are going to be worth even more money. So I'll try to hit them a good amount. But the problem with them is they are also much stronger. So want to get those combos in when I can. We're actually able to get some really good combos here. That's what I like to see at the beginning of a speedrun. And they will just ultimately give us more money. So we do want to aim for them when we can, when it is convenient. Don't have to worry about that, Bill. I'm going to get some more loot from more sources. And loot's just important because the more money you can make, the more money you can spend on other upgrades, of course. But I'm hoping that these guys will come close together. And there they go. All right, yeah. Guys, just hang out together. It's not going to be to your detriment at all. So we can get them a couple times, get him, get one more, and making pretty good progress on this first run. That is what I like to see. Our bills are almost done, but I'm going to get more damage. I'll also get an energy drink for some more energy. And we should be more than fine to get this one done. I got to see where this pig goes to try to get a combo. Right there, we also get a special coin. And what this first coin does is it basically just gives you a chance to get even more money. So we'll get coins as we go through. Those will help us go even faster. But we won't be able to use it until after this one is already done. Can I get him for one more hit? I can't, but that's over $200 with that one thing. So now we're going through. I really like interest rate. It's one of my favorite ones. It just makes you more money the more money you have saved up. So I'm definitely going to get that one because it will be very helpful. But back to the grind. Yo, Gammy, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. Love your videos. Thank you so much. So we have a very strong build right now. I mean, relatively for how early we are in the game. And it should only get stronger. It is sad when you see one of those tourists at the end and are barely any interest we got, which is kind of funny. But we do get more piggies, so that's more right at the beginning. And also I got a collateral damage upgrade. So basically when you hit 2 people together, it's going to do more damage than just hitting 1 pig at a time. So it's even more important to focus on that. Oh my gosh. Fuse, thank you for the $20. Sorry, I'm going to try to see if I can see what it says. So we go with that one. We get that money as well. And we can't get any upgrades. And I'm actually going to save my money for a little bit until we can get a very specific upgrade. But these guys, they do not want to come together at this point. Kind of jerks. 20 bucks is what I pay for good food. Why should good content be any different? Thank you so much. First game, Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator. I'll put it in a comment on a video. So finished up with that one. We get some more money. I will have to be kind of careful with the money situation. Make sure we actually have enough to pay our bills. But I'm still just focusing on getting these combos. When I can get 2 of these tourist pigs in the exact same spot, you know it's going to be big. You know it's going to be big money. Also, we did get another upgrade. That's going to be the shop where you can buy things like new hammers. And a new hammer is one of the biggest upgrades we can get right now. So it's one I'm very much going to focus on. But get them a couple times. That's a pretty good run, over $200. And with this, I think we take the chance. I think I'm going to go ahead and get this more damage, which will make our damage go up by 1. Of course, that is important. But now we need to get $200 in this one. Otherwise, I need to reset. So a little risky, but you got to do what you got to do. Just the extra damage going from 3 to 4 is so worth it. I'll help you pay bills. Thank you so much, Gammy. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So this damage, kind of insane. Sometimes we get some crits as well. And chat, I trolled. Okay, one more. Oh my gosh, chat, thank you for the donations. This is so nice of you. All right, chat, we have to do once more. This game is boring. I'm going to leave. Fair. Why would you watch something you don't enjoy? All right, chat, I have to do my commentary again. All right. Is this game luck-based? A certain amount, yeah. Today we're speedrunning build. Today we're speedrunning bills must be paid. Now our speedrun starts when we get a new job. Oh. Jeez. Now our speedrun starts when we start a new... Can I talk? Now our speedrun starts when we start a new game, and right away we want to start hitting these piggies with a hammer. Because bills must be paid, we got to make money, and unfortunately for these piggies, that means we have to destroy them. Now one thing I will focus on when I can is hitting 2 pigs at the same time. I don't think we have enough damage this time to just barely not be able to get that 3rd pig. That's usually going to happen in this first run where you only get 2. But after that, we're able to get 2 damage just through our first upgrade, so that's going to help a lot. And it's pretty much just destroy these pigs as fast as possible. That's all we are really worried about. So if I can get 1 more on him, that is still okay. We get this upgrade, which this time is going to be the caffeine addiction. And this run is very luck dependent. You have to get lucky to do well. I'm in the hospital right now. Glad to see the stream. I hope it's going well. I'm sorry to hear that. But the caffeine addiction is going to allow us to have faster hammer hits, which is nice. And then we also see bills must be paid. We have to pay that $20. Then I'm going to go ahead. Each piggy has a 2% chance to destroy another one. Every time you pay a bill, every time you pay a bill, you get a different option to upgrade for. So that's nice as well. It will help us for the run. Well, at least if we can hit those 2% chances. Some of the upgrades are going to be better than other ones. Now for this, I like getting gym membership. That's going to increase our stamina up to 120. And we will keep destroying these pigs. We got a little chain reaction right there. We got that guy as well. And you can definitely see we're a lot more efficient even this early on in the game than we were before. We're killing these pigs a lot more Killing these pigs a lot better. Get the $50 there. I want to get the bigger hammer. I want to get the bigger hammer along with some more loot. Bigger hammer is going to allow you to sometimes get those combo hits more efficiently. And the more loot, it just means more money we get, which in turn means we can get more upgrades. It's also fun every time you destroy these guys, their little coin coming out. And once we get better pigs, there's going to be even more coins, like this guy, which is going to be the tourist. So I'm not too worried about him. I'm going to go ahead and get even more loot. And the tourist, he's going to take more hammer hits, but he more consistently is going to give us a lot more money. So important to use him as well. I tried to go for a combo there. It didn't exactly work. And this tourist is just taking a ton of time. I don't think we have time to focus on the second one. So I'm just going to focus on the regular pink piggies just to get their money. And that still is $200, which is insane. I can get some more damage. I can get pretty much everything I wanted. That was a really lucky start. So now we upgraded pretty much everything we have, including collateral damage. When you hit two or more piggies at the same time, it's going to do 4 damage instead of 3. So that's a very nice one I like to have, especially once we do get more piggies on the map. But with these guys, just destroy him a couple times. Tried to get those 2 hits, but we're making about $200 a day, which I cannot complain about. And I'll get the triple damage chance because that's nice. We'll get a little grip strength upgrade. And that's most of the upgrades we're going to focus on for now. I just want one more damage upgrade, and then I'm going to focus on getting our next hammer, which I'm trying to hit both of these guys at the same time. They were just barely far enough away. That was sad. But going with these dudes, getting this as well is the lighting. And another $200, which you can see is good because we need to pay $200 in 4 days. So if I can consistently make $200 every day, I'm not going to complain. Now these guys kind of far away from each other. I want to get those combos. But alas, sometimes you just have to go for the single hit. Only 3 damage at a time. And with that, only $100. We're not quite at 500, which is the amount that I need for my next upgrade. So I can wait on that. And pretty much this entire game is just about routing. You just have to decide what is the right route, what you need to get for each upgrade, and just how to go. Which can be easier said than done. So we will see how we do with that one. $300. I'm going to get the more damage upgrade because that raises our regular hits from 3 damage to 4. And that's our last regular upgrade we're going to get until we get a new hammer, because that's going to cost $1,000. So it's something you have to save up for a bit. Is this the Krusty Krab? Yes. Now with these guys, that's another 200. I'm going to wait to pay my bills. I mean, I guess there's no real point in it, but it keeps you a bit safer because it doesn't require you to pay bills until a bit later at least. And we did get the shop upgrade right there, which I guess is not really an upgrade. That's the thing where we can buy our new hammer and other upgrades like that. And I cannot complain about the speed we're going at right now. We're just destroying these piggies. Sometimes when we get a critical hit, we kill them in 1. And their shop, we got to pay these bills. That's $200. And we'll get desperate strikes, which I like. And now our next hammer, you see it's the $1,000, but we are a while away from that. So I just got to focus on killing piggies first. It's EazySpeezy. Do you record any voiceover commentary or is it all live? It depends. Depends on the game. Like for the Schedule 1 video, that's going to be voiceover. But for this one, it's easy enough to commentate during. Okay, one more for 100. Dude, this is actually going very well, by the way. What's this game about? Making money and paying bills. Hey, big man, how's it going? It's going well. How you doing? Now with this next one, we should have more than enough money for the hammer, so I will take that for 1,000, and you can see how good this thing is. First, it does more damage, and it's also faster, so we're one-shotting the tiny pigs right now. The tourists don't take much longer, and as long as I just have a good speed and can find these guys, we can do a ton of damage and make a ton of money with this. And this also is going to be our last hammer we get for this first run. Because this is one of those games where you have to prestige to get permanent upgrades. So I'm just going to stick with this hammer and make money is the main plan. At least until we get a certain, at least until we get a certain amount of money. So yeah, just pretty much going for this. That's also going to be another coin, by the way, which that one is the double or nothing coin. You have you flip a coin, and if you get it correctly, then you double your money at the end of each day. So not really worth it for too many speedruns because I don't want to depend on luck any more than I have to, but it's something. You can see right here, we get that. It gives us the offer to double or nothing. I am not going to do that. I'm not risking it. Will you speedrun Titanfall 2? I have no plans on it, but never say never. Thank you for the $5. Sorry, chat. Later in the game, it's a lot easier to focus on chat than early on because you kind of have to focus on hitting these. And with this, I believe we get our next pig, or we're right at it. Okay, don't put that in because we didn't get the pig. So our goal is to do this in only 4 prestiges, chat. Now with this one, we should also get our next pig. I'm also going to pay this bill because we don't really need to wait. And I do like the bill bonus, which just gives us more loot. I will wait to pay that one just by a bit though. Okay, it's 1,000, and then the next one is the one we need to pay. So we just need a little bit more money, which we should be more than fine on. And you can see with these wooden ones, they just take a lot more damage, but they're able to give us a good amount of money. Like that one gave us $250 by itself. But yeah, they take forever to actually kill, so that is going to be a bit of an issue. I want to get them in combos as much as possible just to get that extra damage in. But I will focus them. Even if it takes a while, our hammer has fast enough swinging speed that it's not the biggest deal in the world. Like this one. Can we hit this guy enough to get him done before our stamina goes out? That is the question. Just barely got it. It's kind of fun. And this, or you get like multiple of them at the same time. And if 2 of them come together, it's actually perfect because you can get so much damage, but these guys don't want to be friends. I mean, I guess I am attacking them to be fair. So what do they have to be friendly about? They're about to die. But that is a lot of money. So what we can do is pay that bill. It doesn't even matter which one of these we're going to get. And we do have to wait one more time to pay the next bill, but that was kind of insane. We got very lucky. This is a very luck-dependent game, though. You just have to hope that you get the better odds because some piggies, they have a chance to hold more or less loot. We also get the chain reaction right there. I definitely will take that. And with that amount of money, we can now pay this bill. We can go ahead and get some faster attacking speed. But I'm not actually going to continue, so we will just be sitting here now. Hi, chat. We're chilling now for a second. This game is really calming with EazySpeezy's commentary. Thank you. The reason that we have to do it this way is we don't just have a go bankrupt button yet. So we just have to lose. and not hit any pigs. They can just enjoy their lives for once. You look happy to take a break. I really appreciate you saying stuff in your vids like you are loved. I'm going through some really hard times and it has helped me get through it. I'm really glad it could help. Like that is awesome to hear. I hope you know it is true. You can make it through this. So this is the only one we have to do something like this for, chat. They're basically like a video of endless buffering in between. Well, that's because I'm commentating for a YouTube video. Some of them when I'm not doing it this way, it's different. Look at us. What category you're speedrunning? Just any percent. Why are you editing the table? For speed. Now finally, after dying multiple times, we can try to pay the bill. We're not able to. And someone's like, oh, you went bankrupt. And he laughs at us. So we got to prove him wrong. We can get these legacy points. And I like going for 1, 2, 4, and 5. And that raises your damage. It raises your damage, stamina, loot, and crit chance. I wrote it down. That's why I had to look over. But yeah, we basically just have a ton more stuff. So this start is a lot better than the last one. We're able to make that much money already. And we also get another swing thing. I'm going to go for pretty much the same upgrades. And already with the very first one, we're able to get that much. So you can see why we wanted to die there. We have more than enough stuff to go into our next run. So a lot about speedrunning this game is finding the best route for when you should die. And I think I have done that. But we'll see. I do like also dealing with these tourists right away. We already have 4 damage per hit. It's beautiful. And I'm going to take some more damage. We'll take some more piggies and also an energy drink. Get some combos on them. That is beautiful too, especially when you can get a double hit. Just barely didn't get that one. And you get the crit. That does double damage. It's not the biggest chance in the world, but it will happen pretty consistently, especially once we get faster swinging speed. So this is really how the fun part of the game starts out. We just go hard. But I'll let you know when we're back to the hammer. All right, back to vibing, chat. Oh, but we do get interest rate. My favorite one of those upgrades, I'm not going to lie. Chat, I love interest rate. Interest rate for these runs is so good with the strategy we're employing. And that's because at the end of each run, it gives you a percentage of the money you have in the bank. Right now, we don't have much money in the bank, to be honest. But once we get more of it, it's very worth it. Interest rate gets so broken. Yeah. Interest rate, especially this early, that is going to help us go very fast. We also got the phone for Tony here, and anytime that you don't have the right amount of money, you can call Tony and be like, hey, give me a loan, and he will. So I'll take that. I'm also going to take that extra damage up, and then we'll just go for the regular hammer. Okay, for this one, let me read it. We're going for 30,000 is what we want. I believe 30,000 is with the Tony, so we only need 12,000, I think. My notes, I should have been more clear in them. It's been a while. Our interest rate is indeed broken, but in another way. I'll see how we're feeling. Like, we might as well just... I mean, it could make sense to actually pay that bill early. Because I don't think we're unlocking the next pig yet. I should have thought about that. Whatever. It's not the biggest time loss if it is. Average time. This is the first one of its kind. I've done plenty of practice runs, but I didn't time them. At least the pigs don't bleed when you hit them. Oh, no, we are getting the thing. We're good. Faster swings. You're losing so much time. What the heck? Sad. And, okay, with this one, we should be able to buy that better hammer. Now we can just absolutely destroy these guys. We have 12 damage on them when we hit them in a group. And our swing speed is so fast. I really have to be on this to be able to get these as soon as they spawn. It's a high focus game. And this time I actually will buy other upgrades as long as they're pretty cheap, like around less than $500. And if they're the more helpful ones like loot, but other than that, we don't really care about them. We're already making a ton of money even without the wooden guys too, which is nice. And I think we'll just take some more loot. We'll take a bit more speed. And from there, we're good on upgrades. We're back to just grinding. Because these first two runs are mostly just get enough points. Because our first two runs are mostly just get enough prestige so you can go far on the third run and then we can finish on the fourth. I think that's the most efficient strategy. I don't think you can... And I think that's the most efficient strategy. All right, now our interest rate can come into play, chat. Interest rate can now go hard. Yeah, I really reason that, like, upgrades are nice, but the problem with them is, like, how much do they really pay off, you know? Especially when you only need a certain amount of money. I am trying to think. I think we just get the 12,000. I don't think we need to get to 30,000 here. But maybe it might be worth it. I'll see. I'll see how much money we're making. Interest rate can go hard. $1. All right, this next time. You can also see our interest rate is finally starting actually paying off. When we keep more money in our bank, it's just able to do dividends for us. Evening. What's up, Rach? I mean, I could get the 30,000. We'll see. Probably not. I don't think... I think it must have been Tony you call it 30,000. Otherwise, I wouldn't have written it that way, right? but maybe. I turned off the music. I can't be having that. It's kind of annoying if you go up there, you just turn it off on accident. It's happened to me so many times. We need more people like you. Love your positivity in videos. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. And thank you again for another donation. Chat, you're being so kind to me. Thank you. What I miss, Chaz, this to run it is. It's to run. All right, we're getting close. We're about to get the next pig too, which will be nice. I think we'll go for 12,000. Tony at 30. I think that's what my notes mean, if I remember correctly. Because after 30 is 70. Yeah, my notes definitely mean that. Nothing better than putting on a Speezy stream on and drifting to sleep. I'm glad I can be good for people to sleep to. That's one thing I like about the stream VODs too. I think they're good to probably sleep to as well. Dang, that was kind of little. Can we get this other pig, man? First actual experience with this game. It's a good game. It's very well made. Separates a speedrunner from another type. Wanting to go fast versus whatever else your goal is. Separates a speedrunner from another competitive gamer. So before 12,000 is about 6,000. It's the goal of this game, make a ton of money, basically. So we still have a ways to go. Let's get table spikes. Yeah, now we have a chance for table spikes to show up, and they just show up and kind of just murder these guys. One of the goofiest power-ups, man. Kinda does some good work, though. We destroyed them. Yeah, I've done Security Breach. I've done all endings. Now, finally, I believe... Oh. Get rich, rich. Yes, sir. Now, finally, we've unlocked this new pig, which is nice because that's going to give us even more money. It's the pinata one. So we can focus on them. Of course, they're going to take even more damage than before. So I will have to put a good amount of focus, but honestly, not that much with our current setup. That was kind of surprising. So we just kind of destroyed through absolutely everybody. It's going to make us even more money and give us more interest. Our interest especially has gotten very good. Well, I guess you can only get 50% of that for right now. But yeah, we're getting $500 a day. I'm taking that. $500 a day for barely any extra work. I'm not going to complain. And a big thing I've been doing because of interest rate is just keeping money. But we might as well spend it here. We're going to pay this $1,000 bill. I'll get some faster strength. I'll get some faster swings. We'll pay this $2,000 bill. I'll get my bill bonus. And then we don't want to pay this one just yet, but I did want those upgrades really quick. Because I do want a bit more money just to make sure we get the full interest rate. All right, chat, let's see. And with that money, we should we're pretty much there. So I'll take a bit more luck along with that. We just need the $12,000. So I just have to do one grind. The interest rate doesn't really matter at this point. But yeah, this is some pretty good time. Sub 30 minutes for these first two runs, which I'll definitely take. And now it's just if I can actually do the next two runs correctly, we should be fine. But it will be close. Hammer looks weak, but it's very fast. 100% challenge or just to a certain milestone, just beating it. So with that money, we can finally pay this bill. And then we're going to call Tony. So Tony, every time, he can pay our bills for us. But he tells us, you're going to have to pay me back even more money if I pay this debt for you. But there's one goal that you can use to destroy Tony, which is declaring bankruptcy right after you get him to do that. And then with this, I will go through and we want some certain rings. I like that guy. I like these. And that will be the perfect amount of our money spent, which basically we are a full damage build at this point. We're doing 7 damage right at the start. And yeah, we're really going for damage for this run. So we take out all these pigs in just one swing. We're going to get through this guy incredibly quickly. And a new coin as well. Don't mind if I do. What's that one? If you miss a swing, you can still get the coins. That's all right. But we get that many upgrades on the first one, but you've already seen the start. So yeah, I'll go to the new parts because we will be doing a lot more new stuff for this one. All right, chat, I can talk to you. We're kind of chilling for a little bit until we get back up there. Every clown requested. It's not a clown thing. Like I get requesting, but it is a lot because, you know, I am kind of doing a run at the time that people are requesting me to do a different run. The best way by far, chat, if you want to request the game, put it in a YouTube comment, get a lot of people to agree with you. And audibly, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. That is so nice of you. Thank you so much. And Jang, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you for the stream goat. Thank you so much. You guys are so kind. Yo, what's up, CJ? Actual game of the year? True. This game is actually incredible. I'm not gonna lie. What do I want? Piggy Chance, sure. Sugar Rush. Yeah, I saw you playing it. I saw a little bit of your stream where you were trying games that sponsored you, and saw you played a little bit of this. Well, then I think I saw you finished it as well. But yeah, I ended up 100%ing it in one sitting. Yeah, it's actually insane how these types of games just very much get you. The short and sweet. To be fair, I think if you made it any longer, then it probably wouldn't be as enjoyable. Because once you do the longer stuff... Oh, yeah, we're actually getting piggies to spawn. But, like, I'm not playing this for 10 hours. Actually, I do have 10 hours in this game routing out something. But, you know, I'm not normally playing this for 10 hours. Okay, we're gonna wait for the next hammer. Yeah, one thing that happens too often in streams is I keep my phone over there like on a charger that sits up. It's always like some group chats, always texting, and I look over and I'm like, is this important? And then I'm like, no, it's just a group chat. Okay. Money, we can get hammer. Well, not that it's not important, but it's not important at this exact moment. Always the group chat. Yeah, I have some group chats that I've had to mute. Like, I have my one college friends group chat. And, dude, they're always talking. And I'm like... And also that group chat is on Snapchat, and I don't like using Snapchat. So I just turned off all notifications, and I'll look at it every once in a while. Okay. Let's get some of these cheaper ones. Get some more piggies. Very relatable. The bills cannot be this high. The bills are huge. They actually do get pretty much out there. They're millions. So I just have to kill pigs for no reason. Snapchat is the new Facebook. Yeah, it's just the place where you get scammed and stuff too. I always get things like, this person wants to be your friend. And I'm like, no, they definitely don't. That is not a real person. All right, let's get glowing. I don't know how many of these upgrades are worth it until you get the next thing. That's the problem. I've done a lot of routing on this game, but it's very hard to find like an exact good thing. I think 4 or prestiging 3 times, getting 3 upgrades is the absolute minimum. I would really doubt you can do it in just 2. But like, I also didn't want to route and try to figure out if you could do it on 2, so... I'd very much doubt it, though. It just seems a little bit too much. Okay. Upgrades. Yeah, I don't think most of these things are worth it. I do want faster swings, but that's it. Any tips on finding routes? I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the best at it. I kind of just like testing. Most of the speedruns that I do, though, are honestly other people figure out the routes and then me going through them. I can teach you how to learn a speedrun. How I do it is I will go through, I'll watch some of it. Oh, dang, that's a lot of money. I'll go through, I'll watch some of it, and then I'll practice that amount. Like, I'll watch 1 minute at a time, practice that minute, watch the next minute, practice that minute. And then once I'm like halfway through, I'll go back to the beginning, do the whole run, and then learn the second half of the run or something like that. Okay, so we have gotten a ton of money this time, like absolutely a ridiculous amount, meaning we can buy the next hammer. I'm also going to buy the plant and the piggy timer to spawn more pigs. The plant also increases your luck, but this thing is just going to do even more damage for us, so it's a worthwhile investment for this time. Like, we can deal with these wood guys fairly efficiently. We don't have the biggest radius, though, now, so that is something to think about. Still, though, I'm definitely going to take it. And the piggy timer is nice. That's just going to spawn new piggies for us every once in a while. That was actually the perfect moment for it to happen. But our next hammer upgrade is $50,000, which is a while away. I'll definitely want to get some different upgrades before then, like lightning strike. Now we can have lightning come down. Use the powers of Zeus to just destroy these poor pigs. Pickaxe. So we back in the mines, pickaxe swinging from side to side. Every once in a while, I pop into that Cayenne, speed, Minecraft to see where they're at. Never. It's always back to the mines. And for this one, let's get the bill bonus on that guy. And we're mostly just going for huge upgrades because our next hammer is so far away. Pretty much anything less than $1,000, I'm probably going to do an upgrade for. Or maybe less than 500, about there. Thunderbringer. Through the ringer? Is it through the ringer? Okay. What do we want? I'm just looking for anything cheap. Bang, bang. And now I think we grind it. I think, honestly, we grind it at this point. Yeah, chat. I have a banger video coming out tomorrow, by the way. It's finally the Bad Piggies one. My editor, Tyler, did a great job on it. I'm excited for the Bad Piggies randomizer. It was a very fun thing to do as well. Okay, pay more bills to fill up this piggy. So it probably is worth it to pay this bill early. Because I definitely do want to start working towards our next pig. And we should have more than enough time, probably, right? And the new pigs are just going to be worth so much more money that it's worth it doing that. Chat, hopefully I'm not going to regret this. But I think for speedrun's sake, we just do this and then we get lucky. All you got to do is get lucky. This one is only 5 days, though, which isn't, you know, the most fun amount of time. But, you know, it'll be fine. Especially once we can get this next hammer. Step 1, do this. Step 2, get lucky. Okay. $1,000 due in that amount of days. We need $50,000 for the next thing. Hopefully we get this next pig fairly soon. Because what is the next pig? I also kind of forget. But once we get this next hammer, we won't have to worry about hammers anymore. So there's that. I just know we need to get up to 200. We need to do a payment of $250,000 as our last one for this day if we want to be as efficient as possible. So it's a bit. It's a bit to get with our current setup. I'd love some more interest rate if we could get that. Demon pig. Oh yeah, this is the demon pig. He's also going to take a while to actually get. But I'm sure it happens, right, chat? Haha. Now with this one, that's 1,000. Don't mind if I... I think, low-key, we do the risky flip 4 times that you can make off that. That's so worth it. We do make money we do make less money the next time, but if we hit that, if we could get lucky enough to hit that. I've never actually seen that upgrade either in all my practice. So, you know, we do it once. If it works, we're happy. If it doesn't work, I cry for the rest of my life. It'll be so sad. It needs to be on a very worth it type of thing, though. We need to make like $10,000 that day for me to want to do that risky flip. Good afternoon. What's up? Hope you're having a good one. Kill him. Kill him. We could risky flip this. You know, let's risky flip this one. Come on. Come on, please. Okay, that was so close. I'm not doing that again. That's $8,000, though. We're so close to the next hammer. And this one is going to be worth less money. But that risky flip. Okay. Anyways, we also got these new bowl guys. So these guys are fun because if you hit them, they start running around and start destroying other pigs. So they're nice. We also will try to increase their level just by destroying them too. But yeah, I'm just happy that we got that flip. That could have been very much worse. And still making a fair amount of money, even with the less money we got out of the flip. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. That's probably the best thing that could have happened, given that set of circumstances. I can't believe that flip actually worked. Do not gamble, kids. Now I'm going to focus on these bulls. They just like running around. At least they do damage other pigs, which is nice. Actually hits them more than I'm able to. I think that at the end of the day is going to be worth it, though, because we're going to be able to get that hammer so much faster. And the $50,000 hammer is very nice. It'll allow us to destroy these pigs, basically. Only these guys left, though. Kill him, please. I needed a crit. Then we can pay this bill. We can go ahead. I'm going to get some more attack speed. And yeah, it is 50K. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't just floundering. I do love the extra attack speed. Any amount, even like a small amount, is going to help us a lot. Especially dealing with these pig dudes that are just running all around. And we're close to the next pig, which that's a very good one to get because it just multiplies your earnings. So I will take that. We should be able to get our next hammer in a second. And as long as we do that, we're chilling. Yeah, I definitely decided to play this run risky, chat. I'm not going to lie. I think I definitely could have played it a bit safer, but what you gonna do? Okay. So we got to do this one. Do we take the next hammer? I think we do. And worst comes to worst, we do another coin flip, and that decides our fate. That decides our fate. Okay, with this money, we are close to not making the next amount. Actually, we have more than enough money to make that. We're perfectly fine. And we get the new hammer, which just destroys these guys. I no longer have to worry about playing well. I can just play all right, and I kill them. So this hammer, it's going to be the last one we get for this run. And then our next run, we're going all the way. At least that's the plan, if I can succeed at it, obviously. So we're going to play it carefully. We're going to still try to play as strategically as possible. But with that, we're close to our new pig, which we do get them. Now, this one is nice because it will try to steal your money. But if you kill it, it multiplies your earnings. So very nice one to get here. I'm not going to lie. It's also very easy to take care of, so you're not even in that much of a risk for it to actually take your money. You just have to always look at the top left of the screen, make sure it's not there. And this money situation should be pretty incredible. All right, it was all right. We do get the new coin, though. We get this. I can go ahead and do one of those. I'm going to go ahead and get less stamina drain on me, and I'm going to chill on getting any of those upgrades for now. Or should I? We might want more loot ones, actually. Yeah, I think we'll get more loot ones next time. And then that'll be the important things. Support from Norway, thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Okay, we'll get some of the $1,000 loot ones really quick. Also get coin rain, which is nice. I'll get a couple stamina. Yeah, we'll get a couple of these upgrades. They're probably going to be worth it over time. Just the amount of money they're going to be able to make us is worth the initial cost that we have to make. As long as we don't die. If we don't lose, we're chilling. That is the issue, though. Don't lose until then. We're playing this a little risky with how many early payments and stuff we're doing, so we'll see. Gammy, thank you so much for support for Norway. Shout out to Norway. And also, Gammy on Twitch, thank you so much for the bits as well. Thank you so much. But we're making tons of money now. Those upgrades were worth it. I want to go ahead and get some more crit damage and some more damage in general. Get our Phantom Hand, get some of our lightning, and just a couple of these things that are that will compound and hopefully just make us very good at this game. If we could keep getting $12,000 days, I cannot complain. And the Phantom Hand is going to show up like it did right there. I didn't even notice it at first, but it will just show up and destroy pigs, help us with that randomly. So I appreciate him. Not gonna complain about a friend that's gonna go and try to destroy these pigs with me. Make me some money. And I will also get this reduced stamina drain because that is a worthwhile upgrade. And I think from now we just focus on making money and keeping a good amount of money. Because we have very good, pretty much everything. Like, we have all the damage we need. We're finishing off most of these pigs as fast as possible. We're finishing off most of these pigs as fast as possible. Sometimes we get the rage, which makes us go even faster. And making $10,000 a day. So I'm going to chill there. We're about to get our next pig as well. That's going to be even more money for us. And we're getting things like coin rains, them just raining from the sky. Some jackpots. The game's doing its job on giving me a lot of money. I just have to do my job on not missing hits. All right, chat. Ooh, got that one. Nice. And that will be enough to get that guy, which is the bro. We can pay that bill. Not too bad. We can get some more crit chance, I'll take. And then we're just grinding money. Now, these guys, once you destroy them, they have a chance to spawn another one, I believe. So that's nice for us. Just more combos for me, if it works out that way. And they're also just going to give us more money in general. So I can never complain about that, especially when they're hanging out together. Just giving each other little smooches. Get a jackpot on that. That was 15K just off of one thing. I saw that. And this is about as good of a run for this first one with these new guys as we could get. $30,000. But we got to pay $34,000 soon. So I need some more 35. So I need some more $30,000 runs. We always do have the 4x coin flip if we do want to try it. But that's a little scary. We already won one of those. The odds are not in our favor to win two on the same run. But we're kind of just a well-oiled machine. We got our Phantom Hand showing up every once in a while. We have these bowls that are basically working for us at this point. And the new guy is almost here as well. But this guy doesn't actually help us. It's just another thing that you can gamble with and try to make more money. But it's a 1 out of 3 chance that you're able to win the gamble. So I'm not going to take it. That's just not good enough odds. It's one of those ones where you have those cups and you kind of switch them around. But it goes so fast that I think it's pretty much just guessing at that point. You know, one thing I love doing for that one is deal or no deal games at arcades, though. The last time I did one of those, I guessed the right case, but my friend guessed a different case. I think I guessed 12. Brian guessed 10. And then we were like, oh, it's meet in the middle, and let's do 11. and then 12 was the case. So we would have won the full we would have won the full prize if we went with mine, but we met in the middle. It's okay. It happens that way sometimes. I think we get this before sub 1 hour, maybe. I'm just a little bit concerned about our money situation, but it's probably fine. Yeah, we should be okay. We should be able to get this. Worst comes to worst, we always have the coin flip, chat. There was one time, though, I did win that at, like, a resort. Actually, I've won the jackpot a couple of times, I'm pretty sure. You know, with how much you inevitably play it. One thing my friends and I used to do at this one arcade is we would win this, like, squishy ball that, like, it would splatter. But not, like, splatter and get destroyed. It would just, like, splat against the wall and kind of, like, stick to it. So we'd win that, and then some of us would go on top of a parking structure, and other people would be at the bottom of it. And then the people at the top would throw it down, and the people at the bottom had to try to catch it. You know, kind of a dumb thing to do now that I'm thinking about it, but we were teenagers during this time, all right, and it was very fun. The classic teenage antics. No one ever got hurt, by the way, obviously. We were very careful about that. Money over friends. What? Love from Pakistan? Glad you're enjoying the stream. Thank you for coming out. Shout out to... Where's everybody from, chat? Where's everybody watching from? I really wish we would have gotten interest rate, because that would have made this a lot safer. Latvia, California, Colorado, Vietnam, the big USA, Malaysia, Florida, America, Pakistan, Slovakia, Romania. Shout out to all you. Hope you're enjoying the stream, chat. We're about to get on the crazy time where I gotta play well and beat in one thing. DR, Wales, Bahamas. A lot of different places. That's very cool. It's very cool how streaming can give you, and YouTube videos can give you so many people from so many different places. We all come together for our love of destroying pigs. It's a great love. Okay, this should be a good run. This one should make us a lot of money. Should we do the 4X, though? No. No, why would you even offer that, chat? Why would you say that? Okay, that wasn't even a good run. Never mind. It's going to be a little close. But the next one is the 250. So as long as we make it there. I don't know how many days you get for the 250. We just got to get some lucky spawns. Yeah, guys, we need you to come together. You take the moon and you take the sun. You take everything that seems like fun. You turn it all up and then you're done. Rada, 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 rada. Do it. We will only do it if we need to. We're only doing that one if we need to. Do it. It's fun during a casual playthrough, but I am trying to speedrun. Okay, so we can pay this one pretty well. We also get Rocky, a new type of guy. But our next one is going to cost us $250. We can get interest rate, though. Thank you. Okay, interest rate, incredible thing to get here. Took a little bit later than I wanted it to, but we got the Rocky guys. These guys take forever to break. But of course, like any new type of pig, they're just going to give us more money. So it is going to be worth it. That was $3,000 for that one. If they're together, you already know I'm trying to get those combo hits. but we just need to make it up to 250,000 so we can actually pay this next bill. This is where it gets risky. Because paying early bills like I did earlier in this run, that could be a mistake if this doesn't work out how we want it to. But you know, I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, that's so... Thank you, interest rate. Thank you. We are fine. We are more than fine. If we didn't have interest rate, I'm not sure. But interest rate, literally the most overpowered thing in this game. Beautiful, beautiful interest rate, chat. I love charging people interest. Or getting interest from my bank, rather. Got this game today. Crazy coincidence. Yeah, it's a great game. Hope you enjoy it. Oh my, the interest rate is half of the money we're getting at this point. All right, we should have this one with this next one. Okay, I was way too worried, but once I had interest rate, I knew I was good. Sometimes you got to take the risk to get extra speed. And if we can beat this last one in an hour, we could get the sub 2 hours. I don't know if we will, but we'll see. I also don't know how many prestige points we got because they're always going to change between runs because even the amounts you have to pay for the bills are different, and that's what determines how many prestige points you get. But we can pay the exact amount there. That's the 250. I do not care about what we're getting for this one. I'm, of course, going to pay Big Tony, or not pay him. I'm never going to pay him, but I'm going to call Big Tony. We're going to take that. We declare bankruptcy. You shouldn't. I forgot to press pay bill. You considering restarting the run? We can't continue it at this point. Yeah, we'll have to restart it. Well. Ah! All right, give me a second, chat. I gotta recover emotionally. All right, YouTube chat, I'm going to finish this one out just on Twitch. So if you do want to see the actual run, come to Twitch. But yeah, I want to just focus on one chat right now. But have a good day, everybody in YouTube chat. Can you send the link in here? I got you. What a silly, silly mistake, man. All right, have a good one, YouTube chat. I'll keep the stream up at least.